Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I didn't do a video yesterday because I didn't feel good. I've been having this headache, this tension headache or whatever it was. I think it could have been weather related. I sometimes get pressure headaches from the barometric pressure, but it lasted like 3 days. So it finally let me go. I had a little bit of one when I first got up this morning, but it finally turned me loose. I had some coffee, and I made me a little small bit of coffee, and it finally let me go. And then my stomach decided to get in on the action, but I finally got that to calm down too. So, and then I just had me a nice hot shower and dried my hair and everything. Just for y'all. I showered and looked nice just for y'all. Don't you feel special? And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, since I seem to have a new influx of subscribers, and we have surpassed 2,400 subscribers. Yay us. That's awesome. And so thank you for joining me here, and I hope you like what you're watching. And if you've been watching me all this time and you haven't subscribed, I don't know why. It's free. The memberships are not, but you know, subscribing is free. So memberships, I do have channel memberships that start at $2.99 all the way up to $9.99, and I don't plug my memberships. That's just something that people do to help support me in my channel. That link is down there in the description box, as well as the little join button if you want to do that. It's appreciated. And of course, I completely forgot to thank my channel members last month because I was so caught up in all this recovery business. So I do sincerely apologize for that. I'll have to pull that. I don't have everybody memorized in my brain, so I have to read it off, and I'm not near my laptop to do that, but I will do that tomorrow. I'll pull that list up of my channel members. They know who they are, and they know how much I appreciate them very much. And some of them have been with me since I started the channel memberships earlier this year. It just feels already like the new year. I don't know why, but it almost does. But and there's something I wanted to talk to y'all about, because bless Crystal over at Bagel Days Heart, that she did a video today, or she released a video today about some health issues she's had and some reaction that people have had. And she's a very private person. She does not feel comfortable sharing her personal, business, like her health, stuff with her audience. And that is totally fine. She's strictly crochet tutorials, yarn, and that sort of thing. And she keeps her private life private. I respect her for that. If that's how she feels, that's awesome. Me, I'm different. Now, Crystal has smaller children. So she's protecting her children, not only her privacy, but her children's privacy. And so that's a big part of it. Plus, she's had problems. I can only assume, based on some of the things that she said, that she's had issues with people harassing them and things. So we don't know what all Crystal's been through. We just need to be respectful of her privacy. And some of the things she was talking about that people had said were just completely out of line. Just completely out of line. If you think that a content creator is having health problems and they don't want to talk about it, just say a prayer and move on. Don't get off in the comments and try to bully them into sharing their personal information with you. That's wrong. That's just wrong. She's a sensitive soul. She didn't deserve how people were talking to her. That's ridiculous. Why you want to bully one of the most sensitive content creators that we have, and one of the most prolific tutorial people that we have? If it weren't for Crystal, half of us wouldn't know how to crochet, and y'all want to bully her? Come on now, come on. Not y'all, but you know what I'm talking about. Other people, not my audience. My people wouldn't do that. But those people that did do it, they know who they are. And they need to stop, because that is uncalled for, and they're out of line. Now, I have had, in my personal experience, since I've been sharing my weight loss journey. Now, I share my weight loss journey because when I was doing research and working up to going through this weight loss journey, I watched a lot of YouTube channels where people were sharing their journey, and it was helpful to me. It was really helpful. Excuse me, I get thirsty so quick. Just water. But I watched a lot of other people's YouTube channels that were sharing their weight loss surgery journey, and their information was invaluable, because my doctor was not helpful with a lot of stuff. He was not forthcoming with all the details that I needed. So there was a lot of good information from other people that had been through the surgery, and that were going through the process, you know, and it was inspirational and it was helpful. And so I was like, well, when I go through it, you know, I'm already a content creator. I'll just share that with my people, not only for, you know, other people to learn from it, but because I felt like I needed y'all's support to get through it. And y'all didn't let me down at all. I have felt so supported by y'all during this recovery and during this weight loss journey. I have felt so supported and so cared for, and I really appreciate it. Now, that's not to say that there haven't been a handful of comments that I have myself felt like were completely out of line. Now, I did not comment on those comments. I did not reply to those comments. I simply deleted those comments because I didn't want to give those comments my energy. I didn't want to give them the time of day or anything because they were out of line. And so I just simply deleted them and went about my business. So I just didn't give it, you know, a second thought, because some people just are out of line, you know, and that, you know, you need to listen to what I'm saying. Anytime someone says that in a comment, I already know that the rest of the comment is going to offend me, because, well, I'm a bit of a rebel. And I march to the beat of my own drum, not anyone else's. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do in my own time and by my own will. And I'm not going to listen to anyone else. I may take people's opinions and experiences under advisement, but in the end, whatever I do is whatever I do and I decide to do. I'm not going to listen to anyone that tries to bully me. The minute someone takes that tone with me, I shut down. I shut off. I don't listen because of things that I've been through in my life. The minute someone starts talking harshly to me, that's it. I'm done. Because I've been through so much that that kind of talking just doesn't get through to me at all. So anyone that comes at me like that, sorry, we're done here. And I think that Crystal's probably about the same way. She probably shuts down when people start talking to her that way. Because once you've been through something like that and you've been done dirty like that, you shut down when people start talking to you that way. It's like, nope, you don't get to do that to me. Bye. Delete. So just think about that when you are watching a content creator. Just because you're loyal to them, you may send them super chats, you may be a member to their channel, does not mean that you're entitled to know everything about their private life, everything about what's going on with them. You're entitled to whatever they decide to put in their content. That's what you're entitled to as far as a channel member or a subscriber. Whatever they're comfortable putting out in content, that's what you're entitled to. Beyond that is off limits. Now, I do interact with my people on Facebook and in Facebook Messenger in a general chat room. I do interact with my people there. Now, if you're interested in joining our Facebook page, it's under the same name as the channel, and we do have a general chat where we are supporting each other as crocheters, as Christians, as just a loving community where we go in and we pray for each other, we support each other through medical stuff or whatever other things that we might need support in. There's no negativity allowed. If you need support, or you just need someone to say good morning to you, then that's the place to go. But keep your negativity to yourself. Keep it on going down the road, because none of us need that. That's not anything that is about my channel. I keep negativity away, because I've always kept negativity at bay, because I have mental health issues, and I try to just stay as positive as possible, because that's how my mental health stays as healthy as possible. But I just wanted to speak to that a little bit, because I felt so terrible for Crystal today, because she felt like she had to make that video. I really did. And it was just, I mean, we're all adults. These things should be common sense. She should have never had to make that video. I mean, really. And all the time that she's been doing her channel, she's never shared more than what she shared on her channel. Even her, you know, stuff on her vlog, her family vlog channel, she's very guarded and very private still. You know, she only shows you so much because she's very private. And I've never heard her talk about her health, because that is private to her. So, and it is to a lot of people. To me, it's my form of therapy talking about it. So, and the fact that I think maybe me talking about it helps others feel comfortable in talking about it with their health professional or their family, or maybe others out there that are considering weight loss surgery or considering making a change for the better for their health. Maybe this will be the motivation they need to make those steps. You know, hey, if she can do it, maybe I can do it. You know, maybe that'll trigger folks to, you know, make changes, you know, because I have a lot of mobility issues, osteoarthritis and bone spurs in my spine, lymphedema in my legs, COPD, things like that. But I didn't let those things stop me in making changes to lose the weight. You know, there went my dryer cutting off, just to let y'all know if y'all heard that dryer. But I went ahead with it because I wanted to drop the weight, because I felt like it would help. It couldn't do nothing but help those things and alleviate some of my physical pain. And it has. So, you know, am I brave for sharing some of the stuff I've shared? Probably. But I don't feel that way. I just feel like if anything I've said or done helps someone else, then it was completely worth it. Completely worth it. So, and then there's the yarn and the crochet. And for me, also loom knitting, because that was my first love. And so I've been loom knitting today. And well, first let me show you my seashell advent, which is, you know, I'm afraid I didn't do that yesterday. So I'm going to show those to you real quick, and then we'll get on and I'll show you the hats that I made and what yarn I used. So I'll show you yesterday's and today's. So yesterday's seashell is this beautiful little white one here. I'm going to get it out of here, this little bag. It's called a cockle shell, C-O-C-K-L-E shell. And see, this is what it looks like. It's almost see-through. It's real pretty. Let's see, that's what the inside looks like. And there's two of them in here, so that implies that you needed both sides of the shell for the creature. And it says, a popular seashell belongs to the family of Chordidae and is characterized by its heart-shaped outline and concentric ridges on the outer surface of the shell. It exhibits beautiful colors ranging from shades of white, yellow, brown to vibrant hues of pink, purple, and orange. Their attractive appearance has made them popular in crafts, jewelry, and decorative items. So that's the cockle shell. So pretty. I've been calling other things cockle shells. I was completely wrong. And this next one is called baby arc shell. Now these are pretty tiny. And I got a whole little bag full of these. And so this one is teeny tiny. Let's see that one. And this one says, a small bivalve mollusk with a triangular shaped shell and distinct ridges. Baby arc shells inhabit sandy or muddy seabeds, often found in intertidal zones. They are filter feeders, extracting nutrients from the water. Cool. They're little cleaners. So what I've been working with today is my 41 peg loom. This is a large gauge loom. I think this is if I remember correctly, this is a Nifty Knitter loom. I got it from Amazon. So these pegs are not removable. Some pegs on some looms come off, but these do not. These are just built into the loom. But I like this one. It's really nice. And I made 2 hats so far. I made the boys' well, this has turned out to be Will's hat because he's already claimed it. But this is out of that Bamboo Chunky Anti-Pilling Premier. And let's see, this colorway is, there's Blueberry Pie and Earl Grey. And so I just held these together because it calls it a 5 weight, but they're not thick enough. Because with being a large gauge loom, you need 2 strands of 4 weight, or if it's a thick enough yarn, you only have to use 1. But this is what it turned out like when I held the 2 colors together. I think it came out really nice. It fits Will really good. It gives him a bit of a slouch on the back of his head, so that works out good for him. He liked that. And this is for one of the 3 boys, his friends' sons. So this is for one of the boys. I just remade it because I made them hats and stuff a couple of years ago, but they've outgrown them. So, and this is Loops and Threads, the multi-marled. And this is a 5 weight also, but this is a true 5 weight. And this color, let me find it again, is apple. I believe it was called Apple Spice, if I remember correctly. Yes, Apple Spice. But this is about what I got left out of it. And but this actually fits me. But I made sure that it would fit the boys. Now, 2 of the boys like red. So I'm in the next hat, I'm going to make like a garter stitch brim, and then do the rest in the knit stitch. And then I got a blue color that I'm going to do for the other boy, because she's got 1 11-year-old boy and then 2 6-year-old twins. And so one of the twins likes blue and one of the twins likes red, and then the 11-year-old likes red. So I'm hoping to get to babysit them again soon. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. So probably soon though. From what I hear, they've been asking for me. But that's about all I've been doing today. I had some stomach issues, and so that kind of held me up from doing some stuff. I didn't feel up to doing much more than that. I was just trying to get a few things off my to-do list. But I did make, yesterday I made a crock pot full of beef stew, which I guess I made my potatoes too big. And it took all afternoon yesterday, and cooked, and then it cooked all day, well, until like 10 this morning. And the potatoes and carrots were finally mushy enough for me to eat. Because I'm not yet on approved for solid food. They had to be really, really mushy for me to eat. But this morning when we went to go look, it was mushy enough. And the tomatoes, I put 2 cans of whole tomatoes in there last night. And this morning, you couldn't tell there were any tomatoes in there. They cooked away, completely cooked away. But it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit more probably here in a little bit. But yeah, I love beef stew. I really do. But I just took some stew meat and cut it up real small, and then I roughly chopped an onion, like a yellow yellow onion, and I roughly chopped that, and then I put that in there with the meat, and then I put an envelope of, um, what was it, McCormick beef stew seasoning in there, and then I used some Mrs. Dash and some regular Lowry seasoned salt in there. And then I put some regular Idaho potatoes. I peeled and cut up some potatoes and then some baby carrots and put in there. And then, of course, the canned tomatoes. And so, pretty good stuff. Next, we're doing chili. I have to let that cook to death, too, to make sure that that's, good and soft. But I reuse canned chili beans and canned tomatoes for that, so it won't take much to cook that to being really soft and easier to eat. And I use ground turkey. I'm not a real big beef eater, so just never have been a big beef eater. And ground turkey has always been cheaper than ground beef, and so me and my bunch have eat more ground turkey than we ever eat ground beef. On the rare occasions that I would buy ground beef, my oldest son would be like, "Yay, beef!" My youngest son's like, "Yeah, whatever." He don't care. The only difference is you have to use a little bit of vegetable oil with the ground turkey. If you're doing like tacos or hamburger helper or something like that, you got to put a little bit of vegetable at the bottom of the pan so that it'll actually, cook up, because there's no fat in the ground turkey. There's nothing with ground beef. It has its own little fat in there built in, and it will cook up, naturally, with its own fat. But ground turkey, you have to put a little, spray, nonstick spray or a little bit of vegetable oil in there to get it start cooking. Otherwise, it just sticks, and it, just keeps sticking and sticking. And it's a pain to cook that way. But we've been using it for years. Long time. That's probably why my cholesterol's good. And always has been. Never had a problem with cholesterol. Because we don't fry much. And we've used, stuff like ground turkey and baked chicken and stuff like that. So I guess I'm surprised that I ended up as big as I was, because we don't eat as unhealthy as people think, but the pasta and the bread probably got me. Yeah, because I'm a big, I'm a lover of pasta, spaghetti and shells and cheese and pasta salad and pasta. That's what probably more than anything put the weight on me, is because when the kids were little, it was hamburger helper, a lot of hamburger helper, a lot of hamburger helper. And what is in hamburger helper? Pasta. But that's what these kids were brought up on, was hamburger helper. It filled their bellies, and it was, it was cheap. So that's what we had to do. Buy the cheap and fill the bellies. And it worked. So anyhow, that's about all I got for y'all tonight. I hope y'all are having a good night. I was expecting my yarn from Net Picks today, but it did not come. So hopefully tomorrow. That's what I was hoping to be able to show y'all, was my bougie yarn for value prices that I got. But not today, apparently. And the postal worker was snooty when I asked her about any boxes. She just kind of snarled at me and didn't answer. I was like, wow. But I guess they're overworked, and she was in a hustle, and it was after dark already when she ran. So, not my fault. Don't blame me. I'm just asking you a simple question, but I guess she'd probably been asked by other people. But anyhow, please know that I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And please don't forget to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend's waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Bye now.